Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to Freight Forwarding. We got our work cut out for us today. Updated a couple mods, most of them, nothing should be changing. I think Helmod got a new ability to handle multiple beacons, so that's a thing. Not exactly sure what's changed. Looks like these buttons are different, slightly. Huh. So we'll have to learn that new system, but otherwise things are the same. In fact, I'm very curious. How do we do beacons? They're different. What's up, Dave? So now you click on it, and then this works the same way. What's... Oh, you can have like a different type of beacon. So it could be like, you got the regular one, and then you got the singularity beacon. Aha. Okay, cool. That's neat. It does look like it removed all of my previous beacon information though, so that's a thing. Not that I really need any of my old builds in Helmod, but there you go. What's up, Stitches? What's up, Dave? Not much is new. We are continuing to do the things. Trying to think of where we left off. We need the iron back home. I guess we need to sort of design a smelting system, which we could do in Helmod. Why not? Oh, what's new in Helmod? Something with the beacons. KiwiHawk is great. In fact, KiwiHawk was just messaging me about asking about fluid temperature stuff. So, what am I doing? Hold on. New button iron. So, ingredients. I probably want to do input amount. Let's do a blue belt of input. And interesting. So there's no longer a record button here. So now the default connects the module with the building, because I think before there was a set default button over here as well. Huh. Intriguing. What's module priority do again? I forget how exactly this works. So module priority 1 would be 4 prods. Module priority 2 could be 2 prods and 2 speeds. How does that work then? So it like applies them in that order, and whatever fits, fits. So I guess if you had some buildings... Trying to think of a good example. Like you had some buildings that had 5 slots, maybe you never want 5 productivity modules, so you could put 4 and then speed, and then it'll fill the rest with speed. Interesting. I normally just do module selection, but that could come in handy, especially in something like Planetons when you have gob tons, gob loads, lots of modules and different types. You could also just have different priorities so you can see what they are, because you can click on them from here too. So you could have some with the regular modules and one with the animals and stuff, one with plants. Anyway, let's look at enrichment. Let's actually do the work of the thing. So we need beacons. We need to do the enriching and the smelting and then the containerizing. I'm not going to worry about. The dirty water. I mean, what are we looking at if we were to go and get titanium out of this? 0.07? I mean, it's such a small amount. It makes me not even want to try. It's such a small amount. That's literally 3 a minute. That's just not enough. I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue avoiding my dirty water products, and you can all complain about it. So for the beacon, we are going to do this. So why is this not working? Oh, do I have to hit that? And then that? Beacon's not applying itself. Interesting. Wonder why. It might... I actually don't know why it's not working. That's worked before, so now it doesn't. I'm curious why not. I wonder if it only applies to the same type of building. In which case, that actually could be kind of annoying, because often you apply the same beacons to different buildings. Huh. But altogether, this should be fairly simple to get done. Looks like I'll need 1 block of chem plants to 3 blocks of furnaces. And that's it. So, let's get that set up. Those gone. Get gone. So, let's see. 1 block of these guys. There's 2 fluid inputs. And we're doing for 1 belt, just to keep it simple. And each belt will get its own block. So we do something like this. Let's see, can I do that? Or is that too far away? No, that's good. So we do input, output. No, what am I doing? There we go. Input, output. Done, done. Just trying to think if I can make this easier. Because if we put all these in, then we've got a lot of undergrounds to deal with. Beacon's still in the way. Okay. We just have to work around the beacon, which is kind of annoying. Bob's adjustable inserters makes it easy enough, but still annoying. Because now we have to move the pickup and drop off spots. This one drops off a tile higher. This one picks up a tile higher. That one can just be the same way. Or no, it can't. I need the pipes. That needs to pick up. Which one's this? Pick up higher. Let's drop off higher. And then the other one should be fine. Okay. And then we do need a substation. Maybe I'll just put one on each side, call it a day. Okay, so there's that. And then the output belt. I guess I could move that. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, and undo does not undo that one. Of course, that rotates the wrong direction. I guess that doesn't... Is that big enough? It is. Actually, that does support the whole thing. Okay, prod. Speed. There's our enrichment. We need to link the inputs. Actually, with that one, I think I like this better. Okay. And then the smelting. Smelting's slightly more than one belt out, which is actually really annoying. Trying to decide if I'm gonna bother with 2 belts to get that slight amount. I mixed fluids, did I? I guess I did. It needs to be like this. Kind of weird. Because the one on the left needs to stay the one on the left, which is now that one. I was thinking mirrored rather than rotated. You know what? Part of me wants to say screw it and just go with an outer. It'll take up slightly more space. But it would be so much cleaner to just, you know, do one of these guys. It makes it a lot wider, though. That does add up. Maybe I won't do that. Especially because I'm going to need multiples of these. So we'll keep it internal. Though if I want... No, never mind. I can't. These are already spaced out by 2. Once we have the next tier of beacons, things will get a little easier. But yeah, I guess we can have 2 output belts. That just feels so weird and wasteful. Sure does. These actually have to go here. So those are the inputs. And then the outputs. And then one of these is... Uh-oh. That's the wrong one. Oh, my eyes are bleeding. I think that's right. One is close output. That one's close output. Okay. Close enough. And then we need a containerizer at the end. I need blue containerizers is what I need. 6,000. Goodness. Whatever. Worth. Okay. It just feels so bad using 2 instead of 1 when it's just like couple percent extra. Yeah, Lodro, that is not a great change. I think there are times where it could be helpful, but I think it's actually going to be annoying more than it's helpful. Because often you just want, hey, I want this beacon to apply to all building types on this block, because I'm going to be using a full speed beacon for the whole build. That's probably the most common usage. Yeah, exactly. And there's so many different building types, it ends up not actually accomplishing anything. So there should be a third button. IMO. Dave, I actually think balancing around a belt of ore maybe makes more sense. I don't know, does it? Because then I would only need one containerizer if I balance around 45 out. Fine. Fine. Do it your way. It's not like it really changes anything. I guess it changes these. Only need to be one output belt. Or maybe we'll do this one. The factory search mod. I'll have to check that out. Which one is it? This one and this one? Okay. So... who knows if this is right? It's probably not. Looks like I have 4 inserters inserting onto that, and it looks like I have 4 inserters inserting, 4 inserters taking, 4 inserters taking. That's the end of that. This can get nestled in like so. Lets you search for where in your factory you have certain things. That is super nice. I like that. Okay, so then we need prod here. Now you'll notice I did design around tier 3 modules. That's because this is going to be a longer term build and we will definitely have tier 3 modules. Hold on, I guess this goes on the end, the one with the containerizer. Need 3 sets of furnaces. This one's easy enough to just throw the substation in here. And then we have 2 more. Ah, landfill. Okay, so I think that is a blue belt out. And now we just need to accommodate the liquids. It would be nice if they were inline as well. It's gonna end up being a really tall build though. Because for this I'm gonna need 2 crushers. And filtration plants. And these don't even fit too wide, do they? I mean, technically it does because of the pipes up here. So I've got a little bit of extra wiggle room here. So I could do this. Yeah, I'm thinking we'll move this up. Let's see, it's dirty water out, and that can go down the middle here. And then these are all the same. So I might as well do the titanium or the rare metals, because then I have to crush less rare metals. I can crush rare metals, right? I just want to double check that is true. I know so many of you are just cringing that I'm crushing rare metals, but you'll get over it. Or you won't, I don't know. Oh wait, this is now 1 tile wider than I thought it was. Shoot. That goes like that. That goes like that. Then I have a T. Okay, so then the water feeds back to one of these. I don't know which one. You. This one is the water. All right. And then let's more landfill. We need crushers. Oh yeah, get it crushed. I think we decided this is fast enough. I have no idea. 0.24 means 0.7. No, it's 2.5 each, so it's like 0.62 sand. I have no idea. Why do I have no chests? Odd. Okay, we actually need 2 feeding. It's kind of odd. And we have to power it up. Maybe I just use one more space. So substation in the middle. And we have a little... Nope, I missed. Oh gosh. Okay. And then finally, annoyingly, we have our output way at the bottom. Oh, and an atmospheric condenser to get the whole thing started. So I'll have the containerizer here. And then a condenser with the top up. And it needs to be set to water. And we top up to this one. Of course, that's blocked. I guess I could move the substation over by one. Okay. Ah! Hotkeys. How do they even work? There's really no reason to put speed modules in this. It'll only take a little bit to spin up. Think we're good? Can I move that down a tile? Okay, it is a tall boy of a build. But it's nice and contained. And each one is self-contained from the other. And I probably should have an outside connection spot for the sulfuric. I can easily just connect them all in a row. Maybe the sulfuric should just have... yeah, we should have a connection like this available. And then I can just connect along the top. And that's the iron in. And that should do it. Sulfuric and iron in. All the way down here. Belt of iron out. We might as well just set it to iron. Anything else we need to set? I don't think so. I like it. I guess the containerizing, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, though. Okay, now where are we going to place this? So the trains are over here. Now we need to figure out a train stop system, which I will just modify the other one. I mean, shouldn't have to completely remake the wheel here. Reinvent the wheel, I guess they call it. So I will use this as some sort of starting point, but I will modify greatly. Of course, that doesn't line up. I guess we already knew that. Now what's blinking at me? Oh, that's fine. I'll fix that in a minute. Okay, so then for the entrance, we need some sort of signal. Can just be on the edge here. Just putting that there as my marker for the end of the blueprinted section. So everything past that is my the blueprint for the stations. Should probably have one straight section first and then turn. Just trying to think about how I can minimize. I feel like I've been talking less in this video. I don't know why. I'm too focused. Okay, yeah, we don't need this to be as far up as it is. Let's see how much we can minimize it. And then we'll just move it. So this can wrap. Probably can't do a whole turn here. I don't know, maybe it can. Is that any better than going diagonal? No, it cannot. Right, because it's created by turning as tightly as it can. We can go diagonal. And then turn back around. And then it can be even smaller. It can be as small as this. That end hangs in a little bit, but that's okay. Heck, given the shape, I could even connect it up here. I just don't want too many containers delivered is the problem. So the farther this is belt-wise, the more containers we're going to need. So that's part of the problem. This is fine. Get the rest of this built, and then we'll figure out the containerizing part of it. I gotta upgrade all these to blue. Not insert wood, inventory full. Yeah, it sure is, isn't it? Bots, come take things from me. No idea. There's all the logistics bots. Nope, those are construction. Where are the logistics? Coming all the way from over there? Who knows? Who knows? Alright, so, back to this. We need... to also upgrade inserters from blue to green. I guess I'm dealing with containers, so it doesn't matter at all, but I'm gonna have green ones more than blue ones, so I'll do it that way. And this is based on filling up the belt up to here, which is kind of a weird thing to base it on. Do I even care how I do this? And why is this extended out so long? Yeah, we're gonna redo this part for sure. Alright, did they take my stuff? Not quite. Not quite all of it. I'll stand here, I guess. So how do I want to do this? We've got... The output comes back up here, so that this is the output of the containerization. Our containerizers are going to be spaced out in a line like that. So we're going to need kind of a one... This is the belt full of empty containers. Yeah, and then the other one. Okay. Maybe they'll just all go the same way. Well, no. Full containers versus empty containers. These are full. And then... So the empties are on one side of the belt. And they'll attach over here. And then the fulls come back and are over here. Okay, and now I need some train signal action. How is 4 not enough hotbars? It never really makes sense to me. Do I really need all of these things? I guess I have the upgrader. Doesn't need to be there. It could be in there. And the module inserter. And these, I guess, were kind of extra. So I have a bit more space than I thought. That one needs to be in the blueprint book for sure. My blueprint book is getting messy. Messy. Okay. Provide threshold. We're going to have it 20, maybe even 24 standard. Because we're not splitting properly. Maybe I should split properly. Annoying. Okay. So that is going to bother me. What is this chaos? Like, come on, man. Just do that. Okay, and maybe, just maybe, shorten this up. What's up, Titus? How long am I planning to be live? I don't know exactly how long. A few hours at least. Okay, so then this is the requester. And we want to request 20 containers. So here's the problem. I guess what we really want is to request until a container right in front of this is full. Maybe we just do something like this. And then that's what we measure. Because I'm trying to think if we... How long am I planning to be alive? Yeah, a while for sure. It's just symmetrical, Howler, I think is why I'm doing it that way. I don't really have a great reason. So let's see. What I'm trying to think is it'll create another order as soon as the one is done unloading, because it essentially subtracts 20 from how much it wants when 20 is on the way, so it won't have two trains delivering the same amount. But then as soon as that train is done, LTN is like, okay, do we have 20 yet? And it'll notice, hey, we don't have 20. So it'll end up getting more than 20. But once 20 is built up in this chest, then we'll be fine. So it will at most overfill by 20. So that's fine. So I'm happy with that. And then now that we know this is arranged, one belt going out, one belt going in, we can fix the bottom part of this other blueprint, I guess. Oof, this is a long blueprint. Like this, in, this, out. Easy. Nothing else needs to be done. The close, what did I decide? The closer belt is the empty container. So the closer belt should be inserting, which it is, I think. Yeah. And you should override stack size. Not that it matters, but there's really no reason to move more than one container at a time. And then finally we need power. Have I moved to the other island for good? No, I'm still mostly processing on this base. And I'm gonna keep doing that for a little while. Probably until I have the advanced stuff. And then I might build some new processing lines. Should line that up with this one. There we go. Chance this could fit somewhere else. I could, but that's insane. We're not gonna do that. Okay, so this whole thing is now my smelting. Complete with containerization. Boom. Wait, that's not what we wanted. We wanted to wait. Oh no! I thought I put it in here. I'm gonna delete that, because that's the old one. FFK2 trains. Oh look, that's already in here. Okay. These go in there. Have a bunch of nonsense. Blueprint trees doesn't work anymore. No, I don't need this or this. That. Oh my goodness. AFH mall I'm gonna leave because I might want that in future playthroughs. That's still useful. And I don't even know. These have all changed so many times. And that's still valid. Okay, it's at least somewhat reasonable. Copy this. Alright, now I can have as many belts of iron as I want. I think. Anything else I need to do with this guy? Probably not. I guess this needs the... lines in front of it? Maybe? But it could be on one side or the other, so it's probably easier to just not have that. Okay, and we're measuring into these containers. I've put a limit of 12 plus 8, so there's 20 in each. So the most we could have is 80. Provide threshold, I've currently set to 24, which is going to be 6 each, which is just enough to fill a train with some rounding errors. I could put it, the provide threshold, to 80, which would be kind of weird, but it would guarantee that each one's full. If I use pigeonhole principle, I would need 65 minimum to make sure that there's enough for a full train in every chest, but I am splitting with splitters. So I think it would be fine. I'll just put it on 28, be a little bit more consistent. And now I need train stops. Right, I forgot about that. So train stop in front of each one of those. Another one there. And then one there. I guess that one really shouldn't be there. I mean, it could be. Or that could be a chain signal, I guess. But why would it? No, that's fine. Am I planning on making another cobalt mining platform? Depends. Depends on if we run out of cobalt or not. I'm sure we will eventually. I think this is good to go. It feels wrong, but it's right. Somehow it doesn't feel complete. Station. Ore loading station, we shall call it. Oh, no, we're good. I think. I'll leave this kind of a little bit more bare bones, because it might go the other direction too. All right, don't need that there. So, ore loading station, we'll delete that. Go ahead and paste that in. Maybe I should have put in a power pole for it. Okay, so there's our ore loading station. This now gets removed. Oh no. I have to put sulfuric acid on trains, and hydrogen chloride on trains, and lubricant on trains. I knew I was forgetting something. My ore loading station is not complete. Boulder Dash. Trying to think about how to do this. So trains can fit 100 flippin' thousand on them. I'm thinking for these fluids, we don't want to move 100,000 at a time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep these trains, because these are for mineral water transportation, but I'm only gonna fill the front wagon. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a fluid unloading station here. which means this is all, of course, outdated. Wonderful. Because now I need another station on this bad boy. Shoot. How did I forget about that? I think I'd never played Factorio before. How much space do we need? I think we can fit it in this amount of space. Now, what would have been really great, how am I out of rails? Would have been if we could have been smart and put fluids on the same trains as empty containers and use the same station for both. I still can. Hold on, I still can. Hold on, I still can. I can be a smart boy. I've never used LTN this way, but we can do this. And I can unload a fluid wagon. That's right there, because the inserters won't interact with fluid wagon. And I can request, bada bing, bada boom, fluids. Easy. So easy, actually. Wow. Feels like cheating. Oh, we're gonna run into that request threshold issue again, though. Oh, this is the provider. Ooh. But since it's the provider, we can have a different request threshold if we do use the multi-provider and requester. Is that smart? Is this the smartest thing I've ever thought? Because we were about to run into the issue where we would have to do what we did with the mineral water, where we fake a signal because we don't want to request 20 lubricant or 20, you know, sulfuric acid. This value will be ignored for items if request stack threshold is set. This signal is ignored for fluids. Oh. Turns out you can do both with fluids. I've never really used the stack threshold, but it looks like what I can do is do a stack threshold of 2. Acquired items stack shortage, container stack to 10. And then the threshold can be for fluids. And I can do a 25,000 fluid threshold. And they'll both work together. I think that's actually going to work. Which is super neat. Okay. So pump into a tank, and that is connected. And that's literally all we got to do. And as far as which signal we need to request, it depends on the ore that we're mining. Oh no, but sometimes it's going to be multiple fluids. Oh. Okay. So when it's multiple fluids, aka I need a mining fluid, aka titanium and rare metals, we will also request from the provider station. So the provider station will request the mining fluid, and that will have a request threshold of maybe less. feel like I don't need as much mining fluid, but we'll do 25,000 as well. And so we'll have to enable requester on that one and set the mining fluid as a request. And then here, we will set the processing fluid as a request. I think we're still okay. Now having separate train for fluids. I don't know what you mean. We do have separate trains for fluids already. Do you mean a separate station for fluids? Because either way, it's nice to have two different stations because then I don't have to deal with pumps and circuits and fluid mixing. Because we might have up to 2 fluids, and so we might as well utilize both stations. So I actually think this is easier than having a third station that's only for fluids. I think this is the way to do it. Now, the oh, hold on. We are going to run into issues. Wait. If it's providing and requesting, it's going to think that it can provide fluids. That's not what we want. Is it? No, it's not, because it's going to be negative. Because the LTN combinator is always adding a negative signal. So when it has its 25,000 sulfuric acid, it's gonna read as supplying 0 sulfuric acid. And this one's not going to be providing. This one's going to be providing. And it will request... Well, I guess the request threshold is 25,000, but the actual request, let's say we're at titanium, would be like negative 30,000 lubricant. Alor, I swear. If you complain about LTN one more time... I like figuring this out. I think this is cooler than vanilla. How's that? So if we request 30,000 lubricant, then it will think that we're providing 5,000 lubricant. If we ever end up with that much. Okay, let's slow down. What the first train is gonna be sent. It'll be short 5,000 lubricant. It'll never request more than this number is short. So the only way we would end up showing as providing lubricant would be if somehow... It would be if somehow we ended up sending a train with more lubricant in it than we requested. And that can happen with items if you have finished loading like unchecked, right? Because it has the inactivity condition and it ends up filling a train rather than sending partial of a train. So with items, you can end up with more than you wanted. But with fluids, that's never really going to happen because we're requesting a full wagon full anyway. And we don't have finished loading turned on. Stitches, you're also correct that we could differentiate between stacks and regular. And we could do a provide stack threshold, which would ignore for fluids. Either way. But I'm pretty sure this is fine. It's just never going to provide lubricant because we're never going to have enough to overcome this negative 30,000 signal. Like, there's literally no way we could overcome this signal unless 2 trains got sent, but 2 trains aren't going to get sent because that's not how LTN works. Pretty sure this is fine. And there's always going to be room in the tank. We'll have 5,000 left in the tank when a request gets triggered. Because we'll be short 25,000 from the 30,000. And then 25,000 gets sent. And then we'll have 30,000. I guess the only sort of iffy question, if it had 28 extra units somehow. Is that ever gonna happen? Can that even happen? I mean, I feel like it shouldn't be able to happen, right? Because if we're at 5,000, and then maybe some stuff gets deconstructed, you know, and some pipes get emptied, and it refills into the system, and then a full 25,000 gets delivered, then we're gonna have a problem again. We're gonna have a problem again. It is gonna want to provide, because if we have 28, if we have 29 lubricant, long pipe, yeah, it would be a really long pipe with lots of pumps along it. I could do it, you know, especially with Advanced Fluid Handling 3. They are long, but I would have to add those into the blueprints. I already deigned not to do that. Now, what's the hold up here? Do we have something? Oh, I think that was before I fixed the length of the power pole issue. So I think we will fix this one with the same process where the provide stack threshold will be 28, and that will override the provide threshold, which will be 100,000, which we'll never get to. So it will never provide fluids because that'll be looking at 100,000. And the stack threshold will be 28 and container stacked 1. So that's the same thing. So there we go. And this one doesn't provide anything. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. You can complain all you want, Alor. But LTN is a perfect system with 0 flaws. And you know it's true. I think we're all good to go. Should I set train limits on these bad boys? No, I shouldn't. That's ridiculous. I should. Train limits 2 on everything. If you're sending more than 2 trains, something's gone wrong, but might as well set it to be safe. There's really no reason to not set it. And then I can copy this. Yeah. And that is my ore loading station. Probably something else wrong with it. I'm sure we'll find out once it all breaks. But for now, it's... What are they called? Oh, stop. Train stop. Okay, we're good. Everything's good. No problems. Yeah, then we'll learn something new. Exactly. Way to look at it positively there. Oh, I guess I didn't power those up. Whatever. Whatever. Okay, let's do this thing. How many belts of iron do we need? 3? We'll start with 3. Here's my build. And then we just pasty paste. Oh man. No, I did something wrong. We connected to the wrong output belt here. We're outserting on the same belt we're inserting on. There we go. But I can fix it still. And while I'm here, I can switch the containerizer to blue. So that research is done now. Okay, new contents for the blueprint. good. Ditch that power pole. Okay. I wonder if I should, whatchamacallit? Smelting. Snap to grid. So then I can just chunk, chunk, chunk. Relative to each other. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. Or wait, shift. Do I have to shift click and then drag? There we go. There we go. There's the money. Sweet. So now I just bring in... Ooh, needed that one. 3 belts of ore. Cool. We're actually doing things. Like, not mega base, but like mega year base. It's not a word. Okay, all y'all put together is 30. You are decidedly one-sided, so I shall balance you to be 2. And then... let's see, you shall contribute to belt number 1. Then also contribute to belt number 2. Belt number 2, all of that together is 27. Plus whatever's left. Should be enough to mostly fill a belt. And then belt number 3 will be these 2. I guess I didn't need to bring both belts all the way down here, did I? Oh well. And then poor little last guy up here is getting left out, so we'll bring you into the mix. You can share. And then I'm gonna hook all 3 up and just trust that I did everything correctly. Really smart way to do it, by the way. Very smart way to do it. Okay, there's that. And finally, we need to provide sulfuric acid, and then we're done? Is that really it? That doesn't feel right. That really doesn't feel right. I mean, well, and we're still missing, like, stuff and things, but let's enable requester. It's probably gonna yell at me about, I guess I turned off the thing where it yells at me, but it would be yelling at me if it could about not having a train, or not having a station that has sulfuric acid in it. But I disabled its voice box, so it cannot do that. I guess one thing I could have done is place roboports in the blueprint so I could remotely construct it without that being a problem. Maybe I should have done that. I still can do that later. There's already a train with containers on it, so that's good news, I think. It is really fun to watch trains drive around, not gonna lie. Okay. Let's provide sulfuric acid somewhere. Where, though? Maybe at the same place as empty containers? Sure. Where's my hovercraft? Over there. We're gonna need to go back to the base soon. I'm surprised we've been able to sustain ourselves for a while without going back. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. It got rebuilt. Right? Did that get rebuilt? Yeah. Gosh. You know, this is where knowing that a hovercraft can't get hit by trains, oh, it's kind of nice. Not that that would have killed me, but that would have scared me. It did scare me. If I had left the middle open, that would have been smart. And built all the power and roboports along the side. Too late for that. Then it wouldn't be rotationally symmetric, but maybe I could have lived. Maybe next time, aka Pinedon's return to Season 2, rather than building a rotationally symmetric grid, I will build separate pieces for east-west and north-south, and then I won't have to worry about rotating, and I can make the build a little bit less. I am not immune to getting run over by trains. I can make it less annoying that way. Okay, so this is going to have a train limit of 2, which is important. Does that get saved? Yeah. Because now we're going to do one of these actions. And we're going to do the same thing, where we're going to do the stack threshold of 8. And now we're going to provide fluids at 2,200,000? No, that's way too much. 50,000. 50,000. Okay. And then front wagon is here. And this will be sulfuric. Oh, I guess I'm gonna need a different load station. Oh no. Okay, how much do I care? I could design a circuit system to multi-provide fluids, but no, we're not gonna do that. We'll just provide at different stations. This is gonna be the station for sulfuric acid, and that's it. That's all this one will provide. Because that's what we need for iron and copper and lead and maybe something else. What am I doing? Connect this to that. Done? Yes, maybe. I think so. I feel like that's all I need to do, but I also feel like I'm doing something wrong. Sulfuric acid. Oh, look, it's already right here. Hey, what's up, Gaming Strudel? You might have missed a stream. Icy is clear. We have achieved annihilation. And at least so far, we haven't gotten attacked by biters, which does mean the annihilation worked. And we've got the choke point right now held down by our army of spiderlings to whatever we want to call this island. We haven't named it yet, but it's got plenty of titanium for me, more uranium if I need it, more rare metals if I need it. So we will likely expand to that island at some point, but that's not going to be necessary for a while. That was risky business. I just ran over the train tracks without looking. Never run over the train tracks without looking. Okay, so with any amount of luck, we should see here in a second. What's our threshold? 50,000. What is it? Alt L? No, Control L? Shift L? I don't know my LTN manager hotkey. Controls. LTN manager. Control T. Also has the settings for that. Uh-oh. Shoot. Now what? It's still parked at the depot. Shouldn't that be delivering by now? Provided is not shown. Requested 25k sulfuric acid. Oh, I haven't reached 50k yet. It should pop up here in a second, and we'll see an in transit. Just about there. We're at 45k, and then it stopped. Okay, now this alarm is gonna make me go insane. What even is the alarm about? Uh-oh, I don't even know where the alarm is happening. Oh, ha! It's my sulfuric acid alarm. That's what's going on. I wonder why. Okay, so then here comes, yes, the sulfuric acid train. Now showing in transit. Filled up that bad boy like a champ. And I didn't do 24,999 like I normally do. Normally I'm scared that somehow it won't be able to read the full granular amount of, you know, 25,000 exactly. Okay, let's see what happens here. Sure looks like success to me. And then, yeah, cool. You can see we're out of titanium, rare metals, and uranium. And when I say out of, that's really not true. I guess they're just not backed up. They're not backed up at the boat place, but we would need a lot for them to be backed up because they come here and they need to be backed up, you know, past the decontainerizers. Like, we do have a good amount of... Oh, in fact, titanium, I think we did something wrong. Where's my titanium one? Okay, the rare metals one has properly stopped, and the iron plate one has properly stopped. The copper plate one is properly stopped. The titanium plate one has not properly stopped. That's because this... No, that's connected. Is that connected to the inserter? Wait a minute. The inserter didn't get connected. That's the problem to this power pole. There we go. Okay, well, we have plenty of titanium for a while then. That's a good problem to have. And what else do we need to do? Oh, we need to hook up the pipes here. Okay, so you hook up the sulfuric. The sulfurics all connect along this route. Oh, I was one off. Maybe so close. Whatever. Okay, and just because I can't be... Well, you know what? We need to request those. We need to request those. Here, you request those. Over here. 50. 150. 50. All right, there we go. It feels so good to be able to do so many things from map view and not have to run over there. It feels really good. We're already at an hour and 15 minutes for this episode. Where did the time go? I feel like I've done nothing. Good gracious. Purple science, we have some, not a lot. The uranium is out again. Okay, we got stuck on something again. How did, what? What's going on here? What? Did it do that thing again? It did. Super annoying. I thought I had deconstructed it and fixed it. I swear I fixed it. What on earth? Okay, hold on. Did we not fix it? Or is it unfixable? If it's unfixable, I'm gonna scream. Okay, let's just double check here. So, first of all, let me refresh these guys. And then this was the T, or was it the next one? It was this one. Okay, so on these, are they doing the weird thing? Doesn't look like it. Water's not helping. Can't tell with the ones that are vertical because of the way they don't sag sideways at all, so you actually can't tell. And then these got Swiss cheesed a little bit. Fix those. Okay, we'll be at the uranium in no time. No time at all. And then... still missing. A couple things, I guess. Do we have network coverage of all of it? We do. Good for us. And here comes the plane with the... no, that's lead. That alarm is still going off. And it will be for a while at this point. I'm curious how long it's going to take for the bots to get here with those pipes. Oh, look, they already got here. Look at that. Still missing that one. Because I think that's all we're missing for this to all start running, and I'm very excited for that moment. Are you the guy? You're the guy. Here it comes. Boom. And... oh, baby. Iron smelting in mass. Yes, please. We can finally spend all the iron we want and not give a rip. Okay, now why are these not running? Oh, okay. Hold on. Whew. I got really scared for a second. I was like, did I forget an entire step of processing? I'm just containerizing the wrong thing. Haha, it's working! It's working! Very exciting. All right, we will have to call it an episode there, but we've made some good progress. Now I have all the iron, which is wonderful. And yeah, for those of you on YouTube, as always, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. It's always fun to read what you guys have to say, as long as it's not ridiculously negative. I don't know why some people leave such negative comments. If you're about to leave a negative comment, just don't. I'd rather not read it. And you'd probably be better off if you don't say it. Anyway, I don't tend to get too many of those, but once in a while. Other than that, you guys have a great night. Leave me a positive comment, because you're all the best. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.